Hi, boys and girls. Miss Zatarain here. And yesterday, I want to review how you went over the structure of a poem. Some of you tried list poems, some of you tried conversation poems and story poems. But besides noticing the structure, you can notice who's talking in a poem many times. So sometimes poets talk, and sometimes poets, what we say, wear a mask, right? They're pretending to be somebody else, and they take on the role of something or someone else. The poem we looked at yesterday about the maples in October, about those two trees talking to each other, in that poem, the poet was pretending to be a tree. She was wearing a mask. She wasn't herself. She was a tree in that poem, right? So today our goal is to kind of do the same thing. I can write in a different point of view other than my own. So poets today, you are going to put on a mask and you're going to write as something or someone else. Let's take a look at a poem where the poet is wearing a mask and is not her poet self, but she's pretending to be something else. See if you can figure out what this poet is trying to be. What mask is she wearing? This is the poem called Waiting Room Fish by Amy Ludwig Vanderwater, and it goes like this. Like small orange birds, we watch you watch us. We peek between plastic plants. We open wide for flood flakes. We wave our tails, inviting you to join us for a swim. Can you guess who's talking in this poem? Is the poet herself, or is she wearing a mask? If you said that the poet is wearing a fish mask here, then you are right. She is pretending to be a fish. And the way she does that is by saying things that fish might think, or the way that fish, or things that fish might do, right? So if little fish, goldfish swimming in a tank, they might peek in between plastic plants, right? They might open their mouths wide when the fish food comes to the top of their tank. They might wave their tails, right? Inviting you to join for a swim, okay? So that's how this author became the fish. She was wearing that mask and she was saying, I'm gonna be a fish today. So friends, if I was thinking of writing a new poem today as something else, I might be thinking of an object or a person that I might wanna say, I'm gonna be this today. I'm gonna wear this mask. Let's say I wanted to be an old crayon, a little crayon today, right? An old crayon, that's it. I'm going to try to think of what the crayon might be thinking or be doing every day when it's used, right? So maybe this crayon that I am, maybe I'm a white crayon. And I know that sometimes white crayons aren't really used that often, right? Because we like the colors. We like to use the colors a lot. Also, this white crayon is very short because he's very old. He's been used a lot. He's old, he's tiny, he's breaking a little bit. So when I'm thinking of a short crayon, I might say, oh, I'm such a short crayon and everyone's forgotten about me because I'm just a white crayon and no one needs the color white. I might also say my bones are breaking, right? Bones, he doesn't really have bones, but the crayon itself might be breaking a little bit, right? So I might say my bones are breaking and they ache. But maybe one day, one kid is drawing clouds and he needs a white crayon. As the crayon, I might say, one day I was picked up and finally I was put to good use. I was drawn in all different shapes. I became maybe a cloud in the shape of a kitten, or maybe I was a cloud in the shape of a flower. And I became all these different things and it made me feel good and useful as a crayon, right? So I'm going to make that poem kind of in the way that a crayon might be thinking about it if he was being used, right? This crayon is going to have a feeling, right? He's going to be happy when he's being used, not feeling that sad way he was when he was breaking and old and not being used. So folks, today I want to question you. Who will you be in your poem? What mask will you wear? Okay, are you going to be an object? Are you going to be a person? Okay, so let's take a look at our goal today, because before you start, you need to be thinking. I can write in a different point of view other than my own. All right, folks? So remember, we're wearing a mask today, and you're speaking in the voice of someone or something else. So I ask you again, what mask will you wear? What might you think if you were this object or this person? All right, try to be something or someone else today and have a lot of fun with it.